across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
First play's a run with Nwangu. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
He rifles one that's intercepted. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
A confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. Crossing route, he finds Likely. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Jones. Not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now Rodgers. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing. Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Mayfield off the play fake. He'll get this to Nwangwu. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And a loose football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot?
He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers throwing out left and finding Likely. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 25 yards that time. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Now Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Now Andrew Mevis for the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Mevis knocks this one through. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And some space here. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So now the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Quay Walker was the one to bat that throw away. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Going for the deep ball. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've got to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Could you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Lets it fly for Thielen. He's got his man. It's taken on for a Viking touchdown. And Thielen, 40 yards. And the Vikings take the first turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A safe throw and a good one.
Now is the Packers punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded just inside the 20. 54-yard punt, 14 on the return, nets him 40. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and able to duplicate that success here.
Incredible when they do, and you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
At the 29-yard line.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Rodgers now to throw. On target to his man, Likely. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. An inside give to Jones. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Zadarius Smith, his 2nd sack of the night. So maybe one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. Mevis knocks this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal does. And now here is another interception. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. That's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. I'll be pretty friendly. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll go again to Jones. And he's not going to get the 1st down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or 2 short. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you...
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. The extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12.
Jamal Agnew on the return. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got nothing.
That's caught inside the 20. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up Sankett.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Here's Jones again on second down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Mevis knocks this one through, and that will push the lead up to 5. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Mayfield.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5.
And did he get in? No! They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line.
A big play there for Minnesota. 59 yards. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you...
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. To throw is Rodgers.
Able to connect with Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Back to throw, Rodgers.
Open man left side. It's the tight end DeGuara.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I think we saw the strategy there, how they moved it to the left hash so they could line things up for them to kick the field goal.
And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT.
All eyes on Andrew Mevis. It all comes down to this kick.
With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers.